Look at the headlines right now. We're seeing persistent inflation, a turbulent job market, and forecasts from major institutions placing the odds of a recession in the next year somewhere between 20 and 30%. When you're confronted with that kind of economic data, your most logical, hardwired survival instinct is to freeze. You want to stop risking your capital, pull back, and wait for a clear signal that the coast is clear. But looking back over the last 100 years of U.S. financial history, the stock market has never waited for a recession to officially end. It has always started its recovery while the downturn was still happening. The data shows these market turnarounds frequently kick off when the news cycle is at its bleakest, the unemployment lines are getting longer, and everyday life genuinely feels terrible. Telling yourself you'll jump back in once things feel secure is a historically flawed strategy. By the time the economy feels safe again, the most critical phase of the financial recovery has already passed you by. To understand why this happens, we have to look at the mechanics of how economists actually confirm a recession. Institutions rely on lagging indicators, data that confirms what has already happened in the past. Because verifying that data takes time, there is an average delay of about 8 months between the actual start of a downturn and the official public declaration that we are in one. But the stock market does not wait for old data. Markets are forward-looking, pricing in future expectations. They typically fall before the recession even begins, hit their lowest point somewhere inside that 8-month void, and start trending up long before anyone issues an official declaration. We can see this play out in the post-1945 data. In more than half of all recessions since World War II, the S&P 500 posted positive returns while the economy was technically still shrinking. Those economic safety signals you're waiting for are generated using months-old data. If you use the official all clear as your trigger to invest, you are mathematically forcing yourself to buy assets only after they have become expensive again. Look closely at this digital stock ticker from October 2008. There are extended, brutal downturns where the market loses more than half its value, and those drops are genuinely devastating. But even in those extreme scenarios, the underlying structural pattern remains intact. The market establishes its absolute rock bottom and begins its slow climb upward months before the recession concludes. This is where the math of consistent investing becomes a massive advantage. If you keep your monthly contributions fixed, the exact same amount of money automatically purchases proportionally more shares as the asset price falls. Accumulating those heavily discounted shares during the absolute most painful phase of the recession is exactly what drives the historically strong average gains we see in the specific year immediately following a downturn. No one, not even professional fund managers, can reliably predict where that exact bottom will be. The only historically proven method to capture the full scope of a recovery is to maintain your investments straight through the discomfort. None of this means you should empty your bank accounts and commit every available dollar to the market the second you hear the word recession. If you don't have a fully funded cash reserve for emergencies, if you are carrying high-interest debt, or if you know you need that specific money in the near future, holding off on investments is absolutely the correct mathematical move. The fact that markets historically recover is completely useless to you if a real-world event, like the job losses that tend to cluster heavily during economic contractions, forces you to liquidate your volatile assets and a steep loss just to survive. Your decision comes down to your personal timeline. Any capital you rely on within the next year or two should stay far away from market volatility, but capital you won't need for 5, 10, or 20 years is historically best served by enduring the recession. In the stock market, economic safety is a myth that is only ever declared in hindsight. For a long-term investor, the true risk isn't the recession itself. The true risk is being trapped on the sidelines when the silent recovery begins.